So good evening ma'am, good evening everyone. This is the continuation of the report of Miss Alexandra Yamet, the Iranian people. Okay, so the Iranian people have this thing. Okay, it's like umbrella, but this is called sa ilaha nga umbrella. So it means payong. And the Iranian language also Iranian. So Iranian lang gid ang puting lahang language. And Ilanon also is an Austronesian language belonging to the Danau languages, spoken in the province of Maguindanao and other part of Lanao del Sur and Lanao del Norte. Coastal municipalities of Zamboanga del Sur from Tocoran to Dumalinao and Cotabato in southern Philippines and Malaysia. So most Iranians are Muslims. So mostly gid sa mga Iranians is Muslim. And their language is part of the Austronesian family and most closely related to the Maranao people. And also Iranian live on coastal area earning their living from the sea. And also others Iranian live further inland and have adopted an agricultural lifestyle cultivating rice and vegetables. So the traditional dance of Iranian. So Sagayan was a stage play which usually performed by young men describing the skills and bravery of the Iranian warrior while both copy the movements of nature, particularly the movements of water. Maranao dances reflect of serenity of the lake, with gentle weaving and handwork, whereas Iranian dances convey the movements of the ocean with buoyant up and down movements. So, ilahang traditional dance is naapoy inspired kung asa pod gikan gyud. And the Iranian custom. So ancient Iranian men were using samping or vernacular bahag and sablay, chaleco in modern time and tubaw. However, ancient Iranian were shoeless. So they are shoeless due to absence of knowledge of showmaking. So wala din sila yung mga shoeless sila. And their wedding ceremonies, Iranian usually practice maharlika system. If dowry has been agreed and settled down and after signing of contract between the two parties. Okay, so ang lahat pong marriage ceremonies is based on maharlika system. If ang two parties nag-agreed and mag-sign sila kung okay ra. And so the Iranian foods, the Iranian take pride from their dishes such as the dayatesera, which has shrimp, grated coconut, spring onions, ginger, and coconut milk wrapped in balanghoy leaves and eaten with yellow rice. And the Iranian instruments. So the kulintang, agong, gandingan, pamendera, and dibakan were usually and commonly used as musical. So mao gid mga instrument nga ilang ginagamit. And were usually used during feast day or during na wedding day. So ilang tawag silang wedding days during na. Diri lang ni sila play usually sa mga festive wedding day. And their native house, the traditional Iranian house is called the Turugan. It consists of 3 stories. First is the basement space or tunnel called kuta or bag or paskul. Historically, this was the portion of the house where residents hide when feuds or wars was happened. So naabot din sila yung mga basement ng taguanan. And the ancient Iranian were good farmers and fishermen. They were living in the fertile vast land sea. They supplement farming and fishing by hunting deer and other wild animals for their daily needs and consumption. So the panginabuhi gid sa mga Iranian is farming and fishing. Yes, and now let's proceed to Tausug tribe. Is one. The Tausug tribe, the ethno-linguistic group of Muslim. Okay, so what is Tausug? So the Tausug is a native tribe found in Hulu at the Sulu archipelago of the Philippines. So the name Tausug is derived from the two words. So these are derived from the two words. First is the Tau, meaning man, and the Sug or Suluk, meaning current, thus making Tausug as people of the current. So mauna siya ang meaning sa Tausug, people of the current. So their history, Tausug became the dominant ethnic group in the Sulu archipelago, dominating over the local Sama Bajau people after they were Islamized in the 14th century and established the Sultanate of Sulu in the 15th century. So the Tausug are part of the wider political identity of Muslim of Mindanao. So the Tausug is part, kihapon sila sa pinakadako ng mga political identity sa mga Muslim diri sa Mindanao. And Sulu and Palawan, known as the more ethnic group, who constitute the third ethnic group of Mindanao. Daghan po dahil sila. So the population, so there are however significant migrant or immigrant communities of Tausug in Malaysia and Indonesia, particularly in the northeastern coast of the island of Borneo. In the early 21st century, the Tausug in the Philippines numbered roughly 900,000 in Malaysia. They totaled about 200,000, and in Indonesia, they amounted to nearly 20,000. Small mga total number sa mga Tausug. And their location. The Sulu Island are a region of the Philippines and island chain that stretches from the near Zamboanga at the southwestern tip of Mindanao, almost to the Malaysian province of Sabah at the eastern end of Borneo. So, mga nilang location. And their culture, custom, and traditions. So, marriage. So, the Tausug still practice age-old marriage customs. Marriage were arranged by the parents so that the young couple would be married even if they did have much opportunity to get acquainted. So a dowry is go to the bride's family by the groom's family. This dowry may be in the form of crops, work animals, and land, money, or pieces of jewelry. So, mara kaya pa nang ilahang gina-practice nga marriage, arranged marriage. And their loyalty. It is an important trait among Tausug. They practice the ritual of blood compact to signify the depth of their loyalty to one another. They are fierce and dangerous, but the moment one befriends one of them, the bond will be enduring. So, gini ang loyal jud kay na mga Tausug. So, their burial practice. Burial customs are observed among these people. For example, when someone in the family dies, religious officials are called upon to perform the rituals. The dead man's body is washed to prepare it for the ceremony. The sacred text of the Quran is read over the body. Mauding ilang customs. It is believed that the chants from the Quran will lighten the dead man's spirit from its physical pain. The reading of the Quran is continued, this time over the grave, for several days. Tausugs means treacherous waters. They are given this name because their land floats atop the treacherous water. Mm. And their personalities. Okay, so the Tausug people are known for being brave and show or tell what you show tell you they show or tell you what they feel. Okay, and also they are humble and respectful and usually silent type of people and willing to risk their life. And they have one word and not fond of crowded places. So these are the personalities of Tausug people and and their visual arts and crafts. So their visual arts and craft. Okay, so the Tausug are presented by carvings, metalworks, woodworks, tapestry, and embroidery, mat making and basketry, textile and fashion, pottery, and other minor arts from Zenstone 1963. And in general, Tausug visual arts follow the Islamic provision of representing human or animal forms. And their musical instrument, they call gandingan, gabang, or ago. So this is their musical instrument of Tausug. Okay. And the kulintang ensemble and kulintang, another instrument. And about their economic activities. Tausug are good farmers. They cultivate corn, like potatoes, and vegetables for their daily substances. Coconuts, cassava, and abaca are grown for commercial purposes. However, they have to import all their rice. So, all Tausugs are good farmers. Those who live by the lake shore, rivers, and sea coast are good fishermen. So, ang nagpuyo po sa mga lake shore, good fishermen po sila. They catch many varieties of fish, sharks, sea cucumbers, and pearls. So that's all of my part of Iranon and Tausug people. Thank you.
Go. Good afternoon, ma'am. My report is the continuation of Miss Kotau's report. It is all about the houses of the Tausugs tribe. So the ancient dwelling of the Tausugs are built mostly with indigenous materials. Jute is a plant they use for posts, while scent leaves are utilized for walls. Digpi, the bark of a specific tree, is used to fasten walls and posts. The digpi is 6 to 8 feet long with a pre-soak in salt water for some time de-dried before it is used. Next is the traditional dance. Pangalay is a traditional fingernail dance of the Tausug people of the Sulu archipelago performed during weddings, social gatherings, and other festive events. It is characterized by intricate hand and arm movement, along with shimmering costumes and beat of the kolintang and gabang. About their manner of dressing, the Tausug men wears tight fitting pants and shirt, a sash around the waist, and a matching turban. Their clothes are made of cotton which they weave locally. Oftentimes, men shave their heads or cut their hair short to significance their social status. The women wear matching sarong of the Malay type, and they wear brush accessories to their blouses or use as necklace or bracelet. So example of clothing is, first we have bitawi. It is a blouse made of plain materials like satin and is ornamented with tambuko or the breast, shoulders, and cuff. And next we have patadjong. It is all-purpose skirt worn by both men and women. Next we have pisyabit. This is a headgear worn by Tausug men. And we have sawal kupot. They are tight and loose trousers they wear. And lastly, we have badjo lapi, a collarless shoes tailored jacket similar to the bitawi. And next, we have the Tausug language. Tausug is an Austronesian language spoken on the islands of Hulu in the southwestern Philippines. It is also found on the other nearby islands in the southwestern part of the Philippines and in the part of Sabah, Malaysia, where it's called Sulok. Next, we have their foods. First, we have beef kolma, and we have tiula sog or tiula. Next, we have piyasak and pianggang chicken. They also have a many delicates like piuto made from the white cassava or white kana bitong tawag ani balanghoy, and also baulo, panyam, panganam, daral, and also etc. Religion and their expressive culture. So religious belief. The Tausug are Sunni Muslims, followers of the Shafs. So the five pillars are observed, although only the elderly practice daily prayers regularly. All illness, accidents, and other misfortunes are ultimately God's will. For them, it is all God's will. However, the Tausug retain elements of pre-Islamic belief and additionally see the world is as inhabited by local spirits capable of causing good or ill fortune. Folk curers or mangungubat may be sought in time of illness. So traditional medical specialists who obtain their powers through dreams or by the instruction of older curers, heal mainly by herbal remedies and prayers. Next, we have their political system. Before the Sultanate of Sulu was founded, the Tausug were organized into various independent communities. Each community was called a Banawa. When the Sultanate was established, it is divided into district administered by a mayor called as the Panglima. So we have the seven, seven, what do we call this, kanang mga state councils nga mga advisors. First, we have Roma Bichura, the state council advisors. Next, we have Dato Raja Muda, crown prince. Next, we have Dato Maharaja Abindok, palace commander. And Dato Ladladja Laot, admiral. And next, we have Dato Maharaja Laila, commissioner of customs. Dato Amir Bahar, speaker of the Roma Bichara. And last, we have Dato Tumangong, executive secretary. And we are also Dato Juhan, Secretary of Information, Dato Mulok Bandarasa, Secretary of Commerce, Dato Sawajaan, Secretary of Interior, Dato Bandahala, Secretary of Finance, Mamaniho, Inspector General, Dato Sakandal, Sultan's Personal Envoy, Dato Nay, Ordnance or Weapon Commander, Wazil, Prime Minister. So, Sultan, the highest among the ranks, he is politically and ritually empowered member of the society. Next, Salip, the Islamic spiritual leader. And we have Dato, the headman controlling or smaller segment of the regional population, and he also performs some religious functionaries. Their family system The Tausug family terminologies. We have in inaon, sister of the father, kung sa ato is auntie. Amaon, brother of the father or uncle. Pangtunghod, cousin or igagaw, anak, child. Anakon, kin of child's generation. Bana, husband. Asawa, wife. Ugangan, in-laws. So their ceremonies, the major events in the religious calendar include fasting during Ramadan. Hari Raya Puasa, a day of fasting immediately following Ramadan. Then we have Hari Raya Haji, the fest of sacrifice on the 10th day of the month of Dhul Hajj. So next ceremonies we have Maulid al-Nabi, the birthday of the Prophet on the 12th day of Maulud, and Pagtulak Bala, a day or ritual bathing on the last Wednesday of Sapal. Also, next we have the Kagan or Kalagan tribe. So that will be all from the Tausug tribe, ma'am. Let's proceed to the Kagan or Kalagan tribe. Kagan came from the word kaag, which means to inform or to secure or secrecy. So the other term also is kaalagan, which means shining light, referring from the Sunday, as they are believed to be more advanced in lifestyle and society than the neighboring tribes, which they live on the highlands of the mountains of Davao. So, place or area they found. The Calagan people are predominantly found on the river delta area surrounding the shorelines of Davao Gulf. They live in a district of Sirawan, Bangkal, and Maa of Davao City. The Kaganguan in Panabo City and Hijo Dingkungan, Madaog in Tagum, Davao del Norte, Tiso, Macangao, Sumlog, Calagiran, and some areas of Cotabato. So that's the places where the Calagan people are founded. So their belief, they continued belief in a variety of environmental spirit. Many tales are also told of magic, sorcery, and supernatural beings. They also believe that all nature, like trees, stones, mountains, rivers, and oceans, um, has a spirit rather, they called manguya, and they respect it by performing ceremonial rituals as a sign of respect. So before the Islam came in Mindanao, Philippines, early Kagan is believed to be the animist, and they believe that there is one supreme God called the Tangalang, means creator. And their religious practices, first, they are Muslim religious leaders and teachers, or imams and panditas. Direct religious life and teach young boys to read and memorize the Quran, or the Islam's holy book. Islamic group of people. So their rituals. The one who performs the rituals are the priests, called by Balians, which means shaman or healer, or the one who can contract the spirit by asking cure for the sick, for the guidance and security of the tribe, and even fortune telling. Same as Mandayas, they contacting the spiritual realm by performing kulintang and a spiritual dance holding a kasang. A native shield with wheels surrounding it, and while the bayans are dancing, the bells creating a sound as an activation of the spirit to enter the body of the Balyans. Uh, Next, we have their cultures, their culture. So the Kagan social structure is unusually because it is modified by a system of social rank, certain roles of descent and distinctive patterns. Then here they have also the most purposes social ranks is less important than blood ties. Then the higher ranks families maintain elaborate genealogies to prove their claims. Then last, what our Kagan lives look like. So the Kalagan of highest rank is their society of highest rank in their society do not perform manual labor. Man do the plowing, tilling, and other heavy forms of work. The women do most of the domestic work, often assisted by their older children. And many household items are crafted from wood, bamboo, rattan, thatch, and fiber. So that would be all my um, part, ma'am. Good afternoon and thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. So, I am the next reporter of Yesa Mentorita. So, it's my report is titled "The Wedding." So, there are three terms of wedding. The three kalagan term of the bride price. Uh, First, salud ng gatas. They usually ask for a cup of bowl. Or number two, sausang kauuwa. They ask for a dagmay to tubular skirt. Number three of wedding is sarilin sang kuwangan. Kuwangan. They ask for livestock for money. So these are the three types of wedding. Next is wedding. The actual marriage rite consists of the imams reciting of some verses from the Quran. This is called pagbatiya ng khutbatul nikah, the reciting of appropriate verses, wedding. Next, the recitation mentions the five pillars of Islam. These are the worshiping God for praying 5 times a day, and number two, giving alms of giving alms, or in Muslim zakat, they called zakat, fasting 1 month a year, and if possible, going on pilgrimage Hajj. Next, these are the dialect of Muslim. Dialect used, they are called, these are called Kinagan. Kinagan means the native language of the tribe. It is also related to Indonesian, which some of the words are similar to the Bahasa language. Other words are also influenced by the Arabic language. There are known as multilingual people since they can speak three or more languages used in communication to their neighboring tribes. Next, population of Muslim. Population. There are approximately 8,000 Kalagan tribes or Taga-Kaulo living on the island of Mindanao in the Philippines. There are 139,000 total population in the Philippines. Next, occupation or livelihood. They are self-sufficient farmer, producing nearly all their own food. So there are many like rice, farm, or corn, have their sufficient farmer. The Kalagan catch fish and obtained wild foods and other various materials from the marshes. So they're renowned as agriculturists, cultivating rice, corn, abaca, and coconut for crush pork. Next, arts. Arts means taga kaulo art is named or called as is confined mostly to weaving, basket making, and producing certain ornaments, personal adornment in the form of bright clothing, beaded jewelry, and the accessories is distinctive and colorful. On special occasion, grateful dances are performed to the rhythmic music of gongs and other instruments. These are the artifacts of the Muslim or Kalagan. So crafts are first decorative comb and the Kalgam fiber jacket, and jewelries have three crafts, and cultural dance and musical instrument. First is Kalagan dance or Shimlonggakit, and number two is Kalagan instrument Tanggungo, and these are the traditional food, which means sinigapuna is a Filipino rice dish with turmeric and other spices. Next is sinigapuna or Kalagan yellow rice. It is usually served during special occasions and celebrations. This is the sinigapuna or the Kalagan yellow rice. And this is the I know that this is familiar with us, the gabi or the ginataang gabi, or in Kalagan, which means waka gabi, stewed in thick coconut milk, or other terms in Bisaya. These are the ginataang gabi. Next, the amik or fried rice noodles. This is the fried rice noodles, and it is famous delicacy that only master cooks can make. Have their own secret to how to uh, fried rice noodles. Next, so let's going to tackle the Muslim ethno-linguistic groups or Mulbog tribe. These are the Mulbog tribe. So Mulbogs, Philippines is home to numerous indigenous groups. So these are the various indigenous of the Philippines, including the Mulbogs tribe, also known as the Malibungan. So Mulbogs tribe, also known the Malibungan or Malibuganon. They are part of the 15 ethno-linguistic groups. The Mulbogs are described as migrants from northern part of Borneo, whose population is estimated to be more than 20,000. The name Mulbog is derived from the word malubog, meaning murky or turbid water, referring to a muddy water surround the area caused by flood. Later on, Balabac is called Malubugun, while inhabitants are called Mulbog. Next, location. Mulbogs are indigent in the province of Palawan, who is believed to be among the migrants from the North Borneo and is now living in Balabac Island, the southern of Palawan. Balabac Island is the southern of Palawan. And next, the tradition and culture of the Malubogs tribe. Their traditional beliefs and customs passed on the form one generation related to health, care, and safety. One of the famous Mulbog tradition is the dance ritual for offering healing and prayer of the ancestors. It is formed during wedding or Thanksgiving celebrations of appease the gods, worshiping the gods. So in the old times, they were ruled by solodatus, in which each each village were ruled by religious leaders. But this kind of traditions are disappearing along the advancement of technology. Next, their traditional beliefs are next. So, traditional native clothing. Aside from rituals, another legacy of the ancient Molbog tribe is process making clothes or fabrics out of bamboo skin. Sadly, only few members of the tribe practice these traditionals nowadays to uh, to to make the clothes or fabrics of the tribes. Next, their livelihood. The Mulbug's livelihood includes subsistence, uh, such as such as farming, fishing, and occasional barter, trading with Solo and Sabah market centers. There are exchanging their product or barter, which is the farming, fishing, and next their language is the crucial role of the tribes. Linguistically, the Mulbog language has some lexical similarity with Sama, Tausug, and Palawanon. Mulbog is thought to belong to the Palawanic branch of Central Philippine languages by some scholars, while others classify it is a part of the Mulbog, Bungi North Bornean languages. Next, there are the alphabet or Mulbog or for Mulbog, same as the alphabetical now. Is the A B D G H I K L or A ba da ga ha I ka hala M N G ng O P R S T or ma na nga o para sa ta O Y W Y D in Y or O Y ya or next the music instruments of the Mulbog, which is the agong. The agong is a set of wide-rimmed, vertically suspended gongs used by the Mindanao, Maranao, Sama, Bajau, and Tausug people in the Philippines as a supportive instrument in kulintang in symbols. These are the work of the agong. So, uh, next is a kulintang Indonesian kulintang or Malay kulintangan is a modern term for an ancient instrumental form of music composed in a row small horizontal laid gongs that function melodically accompanied by larger suspend gongs and drums. Next, the how they worship. So how the Mulbogs to express on how they worship. Like all Muslim groups, Islam for them is a way of life. Exercise their religion is characterized with zeal, observance with the five pillars of Islam and basic as I said earlier, it is the five pillars of which is the worshiping gods of Muslim and basic Arabic chanting are heard daily in every day Mulbog community. The religious life of the community, along with the Islamic practice, are animistic sacrifices. In every Muslim and Christian relationship, Christian will show love that will open. So, as a Christian, uh, we have to show our love that will open Muslim hearts for the gospel. Pray for teaching opportunities. Pray that God's word will continue to speak to them. Pray that God will cause a breakthrough among these people. Pray for more culturally sensitive missionaries to come to the Mulbog people to share Jesus, our Savior. Pray for continuous favorable opportunities to be spent for these people that will finally bring salvation or kaluwasan for the Mulbog. And that would be all. Thank you. And let's go to the next reporter.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. So I am the continuation of Miss Yasamin. So I am assigned to report all about the Sama tribe. Okay, next slide. Okay, the Sama tribe. So, mo ni sila ang kanon for Samal or Bajau. Kuan sila ang pinakadako nga tribe diri sa Southeast Asia. Then kanang kuan sila diverse sila ethno-linguistic. So, mahibala na nato later nga nung napil sila sa Muslim nga group. Okay, next. Okay, so mo ni sila ang population karon sa Sama tribe. So, sa 21st century, they-estimate sila nga na sila na survey about na sila na survey nga typically between 500,000 and 950,000 based on the various social and linguistic criteria. So sa 21st century pa na siya. Sa pagkakaroon wala ko ka-search na if ever pila na kabog ang population nila karon sa Sama tribe. Tapos sila nabilang sila sa Maguindanao, sa Maranao ug sa Tausug kay sila constitute sila sa Principe of the Philippines. Muslim groups collectively identify as Moro. Okay, next. Okay, mo sila ang culture sa Bajau. So, ang culture nila also known as Bajau or Bajau Laut. Ano siya? Gitawag sila og si Japses. Kay sa Southeast Asia, mao nang gitawag sila og si Japses kay nagpuyo sila sa mga coastal area mo tong managat sila, kanang basta gakuan sila og kanang mga living nila nga near lang pod sa ilahang coastal area. So, makita sila mostly sa Malaysia, Brunei ug Indonesia. Okay, next. Okay, languages. So, ang Sama languages kay naa sila yung mga gitawag nga speaks in Aray of a closely related Austronesian languages that are generally grouped as a Sama Bajau. So, ang ilang language kay speak sila of variety of language. Dagan-dagan gyapon sila og mga language kay sagol gani sila no from the word Sama tribe, it's all about sama-sama. So, nay mga different sila nga inistoryahan kay dagan pud sila mga sagol-sagol, mo sama-sama. Tapos ang ilang most common nga ginakuan nga language kay kanang katong Sama Bajau, wala ko specific example pero basta daw sila kanang sagol lang gyapon kanang Muslim Maranao nga nagyapon lang mga istoryahan. Okay, mao pa ni. So next is mo na silang Sama housing. Tawag ni Sama housing. So nagpili sila sa wooden or bamboo houses built in stilts. So kanang familiar mo ani ka sa base sa picture kanang gitukod na siya mura siya og bahay kubo nga gitukod dala dapit mismo sa sa dagat. Kita mo ang mga kanimor siya cottages tanawon mo nilang balay mo na gitawag og Sama housing. Then pero before nga na ilang mga balay sila naa sila sa clustered gyapon sila na sila yung mga ang tawag gyapon nila villages linked through a network of wooden footbridges. So connect gyapon na sila kay even though lahi sila dira kay isa man gyapon sila ka village so na sila separated gyapon na sila murag na IT nila tagpamuno na pero local lang nga nakapuyo sa mga community. Okay, next. Okay. So the primary economic activities is fishing, collection of marine products, agriculture, production, trading, and hand manufacturer. So fishing ilang una kay catching fishes kay near man sila sa coastal area. Then collection of marine products kay nagather sila sources sa sea like mga sea urchins like kanang mga shell, seaweeds. Then agriculture nila kay farming land as possible pero ang most jud nila nga ang most nila nga mga primary economic activities kay kaning fishing o collection of marine products. Then production of copra, so sila mga copras dito kanang sa mga coconut. Then trading, makiswap man gyapon sa dito kay daghan mga dayuhan. Kay di ba makita sila sa Malaysia, Brunei ug sa Indonesia. Then hand manufacturer kay sila making crafts by hand. So next, kay under nga part kay na siya ang Sama religions and beliefs na nila. Sila ang Islam, di ba daghang mga local elements ang Islam kay mo ganing Sama tribe sila kaya gi-practice nila ang Islam nga mix ang ilahang religion. Kaya ang indigenous interpretation nila kay ang parehado nga mga grupo kay normal siya nga ma-observe sa major Muslim holidays such as fast, the end of the fasting month of Ramadan, and celebration of birthday of the Prophet Muhammad. So, gi-compare, gi-rely nila ang ilahang belief sa Muslim gihapon. Maghapon, same as Prophet Muhammad, gihapon gituuhan si imams or various mosque officials like shamans, herbals, healers, or the local specialists. So, where gihapon to, pagyatong gi-report ni Kuan. Diya sa min giniha. Okay, next. Okay, next. So, ang lirang part, kay mo na siya ang pag-umbu event. So, ang umbu event, kay mo na siya ang magpahay sa bahaw o religion fest. Fest gyapon ni siya, ano, makita ninyo dila, kulintang man gyapon na. Gikola ba na, gi-discuss na ba na ganyan kulintang. So, ginagamit nila ni pag about sa kanang mga newly harvest, Islamic prayers, rice and dried arranged into small piles like kanang floor symbolizing mountains. Tapos, 2 to 3 nights, most of the rice is used to make sweet rice meal. So, mga na yung ginagamit. Okay, next, mga siya, event na yun. So, ang event po nila kay, mga na siya, Sama music ni nila. One of the important religious events among the Sama Bajau is the annual fest known as the Pag-Umbo. Umbo na siya, magpaaybaha, offering the things to umbutuhan. Katong yan ako rin niya nga ceremony siya nga, special event nila about sa kanang mga harvest, o kuan na yun, kanang sa mga prayers sa ilahang mga bagong kasal, nga na siya, mo yung ginagamit ang event, ang tawag nga, umbutuhan. Okay, next. Next. Okay, next, let's proceed to the Palawan indigenous people. So, as you can see, mo na lang mga kuan, mo na yung mga group nga nasa Palawan. Kuan siya, ang Palawan indigenous people kay siya, ang community nila kay mao ni silang cultural attire nila. Sa makita sa picture mo ni ilahag yung attire dito sila indigenous people. Then next, kaya ang history nila kay ang Palawan, the early Muslim inhabitants is mainland Palawan where the Panimusan. These people became Muslim as a result of close contact with Zulu Sultanate. Many Tausug during the Sultanate period came to Palawan in order to introduce Islam to the locals. So, mo gani daw napil sila sa Muslim nga kuan habitat kay doon man sila sa kuan, doon man sila sa Palawan nga near po ng mga Muslim. So, mo na sila consider na sila as kanang kuan panimusan. People became Muslim kay result kay tungod doon sila sa community. So, mga Muslim na dayon sila, gimigrate din sila sa ilahang lain ay gimigrate sila sa lain nga kanang kuan tribe na napil sila sa Muslim. A religion they rather. Okay, next. So, mo nilang tradition, the Palawan are shifting cultivators, clearing a small area of forest and growing food in it before moving on allowing the forest to regenerate. They grow upland rice, which they believe has a human-like personality. They also collect honey and hunt wild pigs. So, as makita na to, mo nilang tradition, nasa na mga ipambuhat dila, nasa na mga shifting cultivators, katong mag-clear sa forest, mga growing food, tapos, ang kuan katong basta daghan kini sila og mga tradition pa wala na kay gi-broaden pa ang tradition nila basta more niya makita sa PPT. Okay, next. Okay, ang culture nila. So, ang culture nila kay kuan sila upland rice, mag-grow sila sa rice, using atong shifting cultivation yung ipakita na ko ganiha. Tapos, ang rice wine ritual, they have rice wine rituals called pagdiwata. So, ritual tong pagdiwata basta naani. Then, ang mga deities nila kay nasa lang mga ang deities nila kay ma-found sa nature. Mo ba ang katawan mostly sa mga kanang tribe. Okay, next. Okay, ang belief. So, ang belief nila kay kuan gyapon, animistic gyapon sila. They believe in all living things have a soul. So, nakatanan na sa palibot nila na daw mga soul nga nagpuyo. So, nila po nasa harmony sa nature nga makig-communicate sila kay tungod ang deities nagpuyo sa nature. The next. Okay, mo siya ang location sa Palawan nila is home to several indigenous groups. The oldest inhabitants are the Palawan, Batak, Tagbanwa, and Taot-Batu, who are from the interiors and highlands of Palawan, as well as Calamianes Island. So, Palawan is the home of several indigenous groups. So, ang oldest nga group sa Palawan kay mo ni siya ang Batak, Tagbanwa, Kani sila, Taot Bato, mo sila pinakakarad sa Palawan. Okay, next. Okay, mo ilang language. So there are various of dialects in Palawan being spoken by the local. English, Tagalog, and Ilonggo are widely spoken, but among the native ones, the most widely spoken are the Cuyunon and Palawan. Statistics say that. So mo na ilang languages sa pagkakaroon. Okay, Beljan, the spirit of Biljan is known for shaman, able to travel the vertical universe. So as we all know, di ba, ang shaman, kay mo ni sila ang mga magkuhan sa mga spirits, then diwata, kay katong nagpuyo na mga protective deity sa palibot sa isa ka area or sa ilahang forest. Tapos ampo at paray, so master of rice, sa lamaning kanang kuan. Sa ilang katuan nga nagkuan sa rice, then si Linamin o si Barat kay Lady Goddess of the Monsoon Wind. So kanato daw gikuan nga monsoon, so mo nilang mo daw ni ang kanang mga goddess o goddess sa si Linamin o si Barat. Then si Linamin o si Bulag, Lady Goddess of the dry season. Tingkuan siya of tingkuan siya tawag na tagtuyot siya, so mo ni si Linamin og si Bulag. Pag ting monsoon, si Linamin og si Barat. Then si Opo Kuyaw, the grandfather of God of Thunder. So sa kilat na ni siya, si Opo og si Kuyaw. Okay, livelihood. So the Palawans are descendants of the Tabun Caves inhabitants. It was further explained that these tribes have similarities when it comes to their language. So farming method, yapon nila, common beliefs nila kay sa soul relatives nila, nga itong ang kuha nila, ang gipuy-an nila kay katong kanay ila na sa rice farming, depende sa area nga ilang napuy-an. Okay, food. So Palawan food is made of rice, bananas, cassava, breadfruit, pork from wild pig, fruit, and fresh water fish. So, mo na yung makita na to kani mga bamboo food, mo na yung cassava, banana, breadfruit, ug pork, mga wild pig. Mo na sila mga pagkaon nila. Okay, next. Okay, mo nila musical instrument. Kaya siya, teenage Palawan tribesman plays in a native Filipino guitar and taas kamay gal. Paglong, then bamboo blowgun. So, ginagamit nila kanang magkuan ba? Sa kagamit na ito, lutang na ito ila, bakba ila. Ilang ikuan. Tapos ilang education sa Palawans are literate, although their Palauan are known of the pen of hunting and gathering. Education is only in elementary level. Leadership as their major source of living. Next, Manilang mga holiday, Ramadan, tradition of Muslims. Basta ako sila follow gyapon sa Muslim kay ana biya ko gani ha nga na kuan sila sa kuan apil sila sa region sa Muslim kay tungod near ang ilahang puy-anan sa Palawan nga doon mga Muslim. Muna prayer, reflection. Next. Okay, proceed na sa Badjao. So, kabalo man taon sa mga Badjao. So, muna sa the Gypsies of the Mindanao. Okay. Sige man sila og salom-salom, silang mga kwarta. O, mga lain pang mga perla sa ilawom sa dagat. History of Badjao in the Philippines. Okay, morning gitawag sila og Gypsies of Mindanao. Okay, known to be the man of the seas. The Badjao or the Badjao tribal group has been admired for moving with the wind and tide coastal areas of Sulu Archipelago. So, di ba, yan ako ganiya, makita sila sa Malaysia, Indonesia, o Brunei. Kaya dito sila, doon sila, di ba, doon man sila dagat. So, paspas kina sila dito mangita o ilang mga panginabuhi dito sa, kuwanan sa, near lang sa coastal area nila. Kay, para sila, boat dwellers sila, kay, di ba, gisakay sila mga boat, gasalong la. Tapos, some parts sa Indonesia, the princess wanted to marry a sultan from Brunei, so one day she went there to escorted by a large fleet of war boats, which was intercepted by the Sultan of Brunei. So mo to nakita, di ba? Nakita bisan sa Brunei po. So mo nakita nila to dito si Sultan. Nya ang isa ka sultan, kataga Brunei, ato siya dito nga nagsakay siya sa war boats nila tapos gikuan na sa sultan sa Brunei, kidnap niya tong sailed back to his land. So escorting the fleets could not go back to Indonesia without their princess, so they kept on sailing the seas. So some of them have settled on inhabited island, others have turned to piracy, and there are also those that have become fishermen and settled in the coastal area. So nakatungod na ito nga, ay tungod na ito nga panghitabo, ang uban daw kay himo ng mga pirata, Nasa yung mga different inhabitants sa island. Tapos, nahimo lang fishermen ng uban, nagsata na sa coastal area. Tapos, while many were still living in the houseboat. So, nagbuyo lagi hapon sa bangka. So, mo to siya. Okay, even though the tribe was once feared by the most in Mindanao, these peoples are actually permitted and friendly, known to be the most peace-loving group of people in the world. Amot lang, o good ba kay kasagaran ba mo gitawag sila badyaw kayo nila bad daw sila, pero dili man depende na pud guro sa ilang mga na ato mga encounter kay mga sipat kay nga mga kuan badyaw. So they are a non-aggressive tribal community. In times when conflicts with other tribes arise, they deal with it by fleeing to other places, the sea. So wali sila, di ba, makita to sila itong magsalom-salom. So again, masugat na sa tuwa, mangayog mga sinsiliyo. So, mo to siya. Then, ang livelihood nila, tradition, these peoples are known to be hardworking sea nomads going from place to place through their small boats in search of fishing harvest. They are pagan tribe that has been sailing the seas for over 1,000 years. So, ilang tradition, magkuhan naghapon, hardworking sea nomads, manguhag mga sensilyo, manguhag mga kuan, mga perlas nga nasa ilalom, o mga pagkaan. So, that's all for my report. So,
good day everyone. So for the continuation of the report of Twinkle, the people of the Bajau tribe are nomadic seafaring tribe. The men of the tribe are skilled fishermen, specifically the art of pantana fishing or the spear fishing. They traditionally live on houseboats, moving through the sea wherever was needed to fulfill their fishing requirements. So, Bajau known that ang ilang ginapuyan is lapit sa dagat, dili wala nakatukod sa land. Next is the population of Bajau. So the population of Bajau is the largest people group, are the Bajau people with an estimated population of 400,000. They are an indigenous ethnic group of the Philippines which has been there since at least 500 after that. Bajau are an endemic fisher folk who have been using sustainable fishing methods for over 1,500 years. So in the past 50 years, however, the Philippines has experienced a surge in a population that has severely depleted from fish populations, leaving Bajau without anything to sustain their livelihood. So ang Bajau ginaingan is uneducated and often ostracized by the majority people group. They are left struggling to survive in modern society because ang ilahang population is nagadaghan. So naglisten sila o survive tungod sa wala po sila'y kanang degree or wala sila'y dili halos Bajau na ay pinag-aralan. So what is the Bajau culture? So an ethnic group of Malay origin, so sila gikan sa Malay origin, the Bajau Laot have lived almost entirely at sea for centuries. They are some of the last true nomads of the ocean. So ang Bajau ang ginaila nga last true nomad, mga nomad people, living on the sea, crammed in makeshift boat, and living on floating houses above the ocean. The Bajau people are the sea gypsies of the ocean. So, what is the valued beliefs and tradition of Bajau? Although that their ancestors were once feared by many in the Mindanao region, the Bajau are primitive and friendly. So, the Bajau are known as a friendly and primitive people. So, they are believed to to be world's most peace-loving people and consider themselves as a non-aggressive tribal community. So sa atong nakasanayan karon is ang Bajau is bisag asa na lang nato ang kita, but they are known as a primitive and friendly people sa ilang tribe. So, what is the tradition of Bajau? So, Bajau tradition of marriage is pre-arranged by the parents for their sons and daughters at an early age. So before sila ikasal, so planado na sa parents ang ilang kibali ang ilang kasal. So dili wala sila right siguro para anak kay ang ilang parents man ang magplan for para sa ilang anak. So the process is similar to other ethnic groups in which a dowry is often presented to the parents of the woman that a man wishes to marry. So according to Peralta 2002. So what is the religious belief of Bajaus? So the religious beliefs of the Bajau are Sunni Muslims, ginatawag na Sunni Muslims of the Shafi school. Claims to religious piety and learning are an important source of individual prestige, and persons considered descendants of the prophet or ginatawag na salib are shown a special difference. So the Bajau people live across and southern Philippines. So the Bajau people is located at the southern Philippines. According to the raw estimates number, about 1 million people for possibly thousands of years have been living on houseboats, traveling from place to place in the waters of Southeast Asia and visiting land only occasionally from April 19, 2018. So what are the Bajau foods? So ang ilang food sa mga Bajau is the fresh fish and cassava. So are the staple diet of the Bajaus. After they fled their homes, many had to adjust to the food provided by the government and humanitarian organizations, which generally consists of rice and canned goods. For many older people, changing diet is difficult. So sa mga Bajau people, mo na ilang food nga ilang mo na ilang traditional food na ginakaon, and then that is for the staple diet. And then pag older people magtigo lang na ka, mulahi na pod ang lahi ng pagkaon yung kanon, syempre kay siguro naman ka need to need na nimo balance ang imong kaon. So Bajau people also has their own language. So the language that our local Bajau speak as a dialect of tinatawag na Sinama of the Sama people. So borrowing from the app's description, Central Sinama is the language of the Philippines and Malaysia. So known as Malaysia as Bajau. So what is the main source of income for Bajau tribe? As a nomadic tribe living in the stilt huts or boat houses on shallow waters, they make their living from traditional free diving for fish and pearls. Over the years, more and more Bajau people have been lured away from the ocean, migrating to a life on land. The Bajau are also talented divers diving for pearls. So The Bajau people is also known as a diver for pearls. So to this day, these activities still play a major part in the lives of the Bajau people. They collect the fish and pearls and sell them at the main markets in Cebu City. These activities are traditionally their main source of income. So, ang ilang main source of income is ang pagbaligya sa ilang mga gipang sisig na fish and pearls. So, what are the traditional attire of a Bajau? Focusing on their mode of dressing, the traditional attire of Bajau is the patajong. Patajong. So, as you can see, patajong is like same sa lahi nga tribe. I think the Sama tribe, same na sila og kanang attire. So, moto siyang ginatawag nga patajong. It has many uses. So they are made large enough to fit any person and are used by both men and women as a skirt or gown tucked at the chest level. So mura siya naka towel, like towel nga pagkatak. Pero napoy different style pagtawal sa ilahang gown or skirt. So next is, what is the educational background of Bajau? Education is very important because most of the children are not literate and mostly the parents can't help them read and write. So, sa atong nahibalaan is Bajau people are not literate jud kay dili man tanang Bajau good is naka-eskwela. So since their parents are also illiterate, the most of the children need also a learning assistance like coaching or tutoring outside their homes if they are also to be educated. So they need to be literate if there is any hope for them to assimilate with peers outside of their tribe and for them to have any vocational choices in adulthood. So Bajau is dili lang siya ginatawag nga Bajau. So napoy rights ang Bajau. So according to the Senate President 5 Resolution 418 introduced by Senator Grace Poe, urging a review of state policies in aid of legislation with regard to the Bajaus, taking into consideration the indigenous groups' apparent societal exclusion and designation as a subordinate social status, with the intention of helping the community in livelihood and improving their cultural and social well-being. So, dili lang na to, basta-basta ng Bajau. So, they also need a respect sa matag usa, dili na pa i-discriminate ang mga Bajau tungod lang ingana ang ilahang nakagisnan kay part gyapon siya sa atong community. So whereas the Bajau also spelled Bajau with O, Bajau, or Bajau are found in coastal settlements in the Sulu archipelago, particularly in Hulo, Tawi-Tawi, and Sitangkay, while others are scattered in Davao, Surigao, Zamboanga, Basilan, Bohol, Cebu, and Manila in search for livelihood. So, sa karon wala pa na mention ng uban ng lugar, pero I think mas daghan ng Bajau nga bisag asa lang na lugar ni abot just for to survive their everyday lifestyle. Whereas the Bajau is said to be the most marginalized among all other IPs in the Philippines, and masasabi natin na everywhere the Bajau is naagid. So Bajau is Bajau is everywhere. As a sea people have tended to be marginalized, excluded from its position of power, despised and confined to the lowest rungs of the social ladder. So, what are the common problems of these indigenous peoples in the Philippines? So, the common problems include sa mga Bajau people is the non-representation at all levels of society, lack of education, poverty, and discrimination. And so the most or the problem jud sa Bajau, why ngano na ang ilang lifestyle, like wala sila kanang status nga inganigid sila, like lahi na ang ilang kinangisnan tungod kay sa corruption, oppression, and injustice. So recent changes in the law have outright banned all fishing, sustainable and otherwise, in the areas where Bajau have been fishing for centuries. So naban ang ilang ang ilang lifestyle. For example, kanang fishing nila, that's why naiuban nga mga tao or naiuban nga tao who is desperate for food. So some young men risk their lives and their boats every night when fishing in these waters. So the next tribe, which is the Sama group. So mo to siya ang sa Bajau tribe. So the next is the Jama, Mapon, Amoro tribes. So mo sila mga dagway sa Jama Mapon. They are also called indigenous people. Yes. So the geography and history. First is the population of the Jama Mapon tribe. So the population in the 100 years between 1870 and 1970, the population had increased more than fivefold from 2,000 to nearly 12,000, and villages of only a dozen houses or so have increased for 10 years, 10 with 30 or more houses in each, according to Casino's 1976. So as of this year, 2015, so sa 2015 pa ni siya, the population had increased almost threefold from 12,000 in 1970 to 31,000 in this year. And globally, this group totals 66,000 in 2 countries. So, as so nagkadugay, mas nagdadaghan gud ang ilang population sa Jama Mapon tribe. So, the second is the location of the Jama Mapon. So, the Jama Mapon can be found in Cagayan de Sulu and Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi. They call the island of Cagayan de Sulu, which means the island of Mapon, and their language as Pulong Mapon. So, their language called Pulong Mapon. So, the Jama Mapon also inhabits in Turtle or Taganak Island, and in island of Bugsok and Balak in southern Palawan, coastal North Borneo, and the many small islands in between. So, according to Casino 1976. So, there are 8 islets embracing the mainland. So, the 8 islets. are the Tana Mapun, Kinapusan, Pambilikan, Biso Bintot, Buhan, Manda, Bilusuan, Muligi, and Mambahinawan. So, the Mapun Island has an area of 26 square miles or 67 square kilometers. So, dako-dako good. Dako pod ang lugar sa tribe of Mapon. So, I think that's all for my part.
Good day. So my topic is all about the Jama Mapon Amoro tribes. So here are the pictures of the Jama Mapons. So okay, so the next is geography. So the geography and history of population. So the population in the in 100 years between 1870 and 1970, the population had increased more than five folds from 2000 to nearly to 12,000, and villages of only a dozen houses or so have increased the tin with the 30 or more houses in each casino in 1976. So between the years 1870 and 1970, so the population growth, a lot of it's increased from about 2,000 people and almost 12,000. So yeah, in also in the past there were only a few small villages with around 12 houses each, but they 1970, so there were about 10 villages, and each villages had 30 or more houses. So the next is as of this year, so 2015, the population had increased almost threefolds from 12,000 in 1970 so to 31,000 in this year, and globally these groups total 66,000 and two counties. So so in short, so the from 1970 to 2015, so the population becomes much larger, reach in 31,000 locally, and also the 66,000 worldwide. So the next is the location. So the Jama Mapon can be found in Cagayan de Sulu and Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi. So they call the island of Cagayan de Sulu as Tana. So Mapon, which means the islands of Mapon under uh, language as a Palo Mapon. So the Jama Mapon people is live in Cagayan de Sulu and Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi in the southern Philippines. So di call Cagayan de Sulu. So Tana Mapon ang ilang pangalan. So which means in the island of Mapon. So napuyo sila sa Mapon. So their language is called Palo Mapon. So mao ni ang ilang language. So in short, so the Jama Mapon lives in island of Cagayan de Sulu and Tawi-Tawi, and they call their island, so the Tama Mapon, their language in the Palo Mapon. So the next is the Jama Mapon also inhabits in Turtle or Taganak Island, uh, and in the island of Bugsok and Balak in southern Palawan. So coastal North Borneo and the mini small island in Casino 1970. So the Jama Mapon, so in short, so beside Cagayan de Sulu and Tawi-Tawi, the Jama Mapon is also live in Taganak Island. In island of certain Palawan, parts of the Berrio and the nearly small in island. So diri sila nagpuyo ah sa certain Palawan. So the next is so there are the eight islets embracing the mainland. So Tana Mapon. So Kinapusan, Pambilukan, Biso, Bintot, Bukhan, Manda, Bilusoan, Muligi, and Mambahinawan. So Casinyo 1976. So the Mapon Island has an area of 26 square miles or 67 square kilometers. So there are the eight small islands. So mao na siya ang mga island. Okay, so the first is Kinapusan, de Pambalikon, Biso, Bintot, Bukhan, Manda, Bilusoan, Muligi, and Pambalingan. So mao ni ang iyang mga eight islands. So the next is okay, so some feature which is strikes out Cagayan de Sulu are the two freshwater lakes like uh Eristine and Sinuwag, and the crater by Horata, by which lie at the southern and end of Barangraki. So according to some geologists, so the two lakes are found to be the 10 meters above sea level casino. So, so, so ang Cagayan de Sulu has a special natural features. So they are the two freshwater. So nasa duha ka freshwater daw. So mao lagi to ang kuan to freshwater. According to Julie, so that water lakes at freshwater. So then there are the two freshwater. So the cold lagi so eastern and the Sinugwag. So and there is also crater by the cold Jurata Bay. So the next is history. As history suggests, the island of Mapon was said to be the core as a pirate activities by Moros during 19th century. So in the past, the island Mapon was known as a center of the pirates. So maorder na sila ang murag, I think para sa ko is murag puyanan isa sa pirates sa una mo gani ang ilang core diri nga puyanan. Then next is sa Jama Mapon are another Sama subgroup. So na siya another din na group ay so they call their dialect as Pulon Mapon, which is part of the Sama language. So the term Mapon stand for west. So okay, so in short, so the Jama Mapon are the part of the same ethnic group. So their language is a Sama dialect, and Mapon means west. So next is so they call themselves as Jama Mapon because they are the sweeted at the distant west of Sulu. So, yeah. Sulu, which sound to me. Di ko siya makuha eh. So okay, so they call themselves as Jama Mapon School. They are situated at so they are the concentrated large at the Turtle Island, Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi Island, and specifically located. So these are so in short. So the Jama Mapon means people in the West. They mainly live on Turtle Island and the Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi close to Sabah. So next is okay, so they are also found in certain Palawan, so like the Bangingi, the Jama Mapon, adapted permanent settlement. Hence, they have a clear-cut social organization where the Panglima recognized as the top community leader. So in short, so the Mapon is live in the permanent villages, have the clear social structure, and the Panglima is their main community leader. So next is during the Solo Sultanate period, Jama Mapon used to be of a military strategic importance to the Sultanate. Yeah, it used to be the Sultanate launching base to secure the questioning loyalty of the Panglima of Sabah and Palawan. So during daw sa Solo, so naggamit sila og military for the strategic importance of the Sultanate. So nagkuan sila diri og kanang base para pod sa ilahang loyalty. So next, okay, so next is the whole Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi. So is recognized as a local government unit, a municipality under the province of Tawi-Tawi. So with this, the Jama Mapon have been subjected to central control from Manila since the days of the Philippines government in 1936. So the Cagayan de Tawi-Tawi is a municipality under the province of Tawi-Tawi. Jama Mapon has been the under central control of Manila since 1936. So during ini siya sa Philippines Commonwealth Government. So next is the government school and the agencies were put up there in the places under the control of the local people. So the island is a strategic place for the AFP forward force because it is situated in the middle of the Sulu Sea and adjacent to Sabah. So the government built airports which the military can use for advanced troop government in the Sulu. So, so the government school and agencies were established and the places under local government. So the island strategic importance, the AFP. So meaning sa AFP is Armed Forces of the Philippines. So due to its location in the Sulu Sea near Sabah, so the government structure airport for the military troops movement in the Sulu Sea. So the next is traditions. So the Jama Mapon tradition is subsistence technology based on the agricultural and maritime trading with the cultivation of coconuts for the product of copra as such as cash crops, corn and cassava are the alternative staples. So unlike most other Sama groups in a Jama Mapon are the more oriented towards. So ang ilang tradition diri is ang ilang kuan diri is agriculture, na sila agriculture, so maritime trading, then napod sila kanang coconut tree, tapos ila na himo og ang tawag na is kupras. So ila na silang pasausuhan. So mao na siya ang gamit sa oil. Then napod sila corn and cassava are the alternative staples. So the next is religion. So the religion of the Jama Mapon is basically Islam with the same syncretism and the political structure as is related to the institution of the Sultanate with the religious overtones. So the music and the dance of the people are elaborate and the Southern Asia in the context. So the Jama Mapon people is primarily practice uh, Islam with some integration of other beliefs and then their political system in linked to the Sultanate and its religious aspects. So their music and the dance tradition are the intricate and reflect Southern Asia and influence. So the next is beliefs. So beliefs in the supernatural being and spirits such as Hanto, Himangit, Pananggahan, and Tubangkit. They also are the witches, sea devils, and yan. So nagtuo pud sila napo sila tinuhuan sa about sa supernatural being nga mga power. So ang tawag daw na sa ila dito is Hanto, Simangit, Pananggahan, and Tubangkit. So napo sila kanang witches daw na witches tapos sea devils and the glans. So the next is kani Hal Dionia or in English this word and halahirat, so meaning is the new world, are the two orders of existence and the Jama Mapon belief. So God justice God justifies these orders and gives foundation for the moral codes which can be grouped into these categories. So the good act which can be associated with sharing and giving. So the rewards and the punishment. So meaning ani is, so pag ikaw natambok all the time, so you will receive the gift of pure happiness daw. So before becoming the teenagers, jama mapon children to growth rituals called ang ang tawagan ni is panglams to the fully enters to the first step is a physical institution where males undergo uh, circumcision. So the next is okay, so for them if you obey all this, so mao ni gay na akong giingon. So the next is the ritual. So guys, the ritual usually start at the ends with a prayer. So they even pray during the process. So the ritual is performed by an male group in a cold paki. So for females, they undergo the ritual during when they are already in their seventh year. So mag-ritual daw, so na sila ritual daw, so sa katapusan sa ilang pagampo. So then ang mag-perform ani is ang kanang group sa lalaki, so ang tawag is mo sila ang paki. So the next is okay, so just like the males, the rituals also focuses on the genital where the clitoris of the female is scratched several times with a bamboo knife. So in this ceremony, only one male and permitted to be present. The rest are the females ibid. So ang tawag nila ibid. So after physical initiation, so they believe that this it is still insufficient to fully enter Islam. So okay, so meaning that so the similar of the meals, so rituals, the famous ritual focuses on the genital area where the clitoris of the female is the scratched several times with a bamboo knife daw. So in this ceremony, only one male is permitted to be present. So isa lang gid daw kalalaki mo present ani. And then then the rest are females after the physical initiation, so they believe that this is still sufficient to fully enter Islam. So the next initiation is wherein the children who went pag-Islam must penetrate its mind and learn the basic Islam through physics. So it involves learning skill in reading their holy books, chanting, singing, and praying. So the ritual church goes on the learning period of 6 months of the 2 years. So meaning daw is pang Islam is learning to the basic principle of Islam through the mental and spiritual understanding. So they includes learning to, so mag-learn daw sila kanang magbasa sila kanang holy books, then kanang chanting, singing and praying. So the learn period for this ritual approximately 6 months to 2 years. So the next is their teachers are the guro, and they attend the school 2 times a day from 7 to 8 in the morning and 1 to 2 in the afternoon. So unlike the way we learn, the Jama Mapon way of learning is per imitation to what is taught. So every phrase they read or recite, it is the monotone voice. So, they are the teacher are the guru. So, and they attend school daw. So, twice a day lang daw from the 7 to 8 sa buntag. Then, 1 to 2 sa afternoon. So, unlike the way we learn, so the Jama Mapon way of learning is the pure imitation of what taught. So, every words, every pieces, they read or sinat moniton. So the next is their graduation. So is what they called pangtamat. So ang tawag daw is pangtamat silang graduation. So this is celebrate after the student have finished the faster lesson. So malagay pag ilan na lang silang i-celebrate daw pag after na gid sa student sa ilahang lesson daw. So the student present what they have learned in the ceremony showing to their parents what they have achieved. So okay, so after achieving the pang-Islam and pagtamat, so the student is now fully accepted into the Muslim community. So the boy has grown into a man or what they called subol and the females budyang hang tuibid. So kani sila mga student after sa ilang graduation na, so mag-present sila dito or right mag-showing no sila sa ilahang pamilya sa ilang na-achieve. So I think pag mo-graduate ni kining murag naa sila pa sa isayong na ata ni. Then ang mga lalaki daw pag mo grow na sila daw so ang tawagan nila is subol. Then ang sa females is budyang ibid. Okay, so okay sa the religion. Religion Bangsamoro autonomous in the Muslim Mindanao. So mao na ang ilahang region daw. Dito na sila sa Bangsamoro autonomous in the Muslim Mindanao. So the next is the traditional attire. So the women wear its skirts and is use abibi, hammocks, and even portable bathroom and changing room during Old Day. So the Jama Mapon from the Palawan and Tawi-Tawi were in a Badjaw Sablay. So next is ang ilang pagkaon, food sila. So Jama Mapon delegates the show how to make a jaa, traditional food made from the rice flour during the first day in Dayao in 2014 at the Baguio Convention Center. So ang ilang po daw ani is kaning ginatawag nga jaa daw. So kuan ni siya so rice flour ni siya. So during the first day in the Dayao 2014. So okay, so that's all my report. So thank you.